No evidence. But is that true? Or is it that you've been trained to ignore the evidence that doesn't fit in a test tube? You breathe, you think, you fall in love. These aren't chemical accidents, they're miracles in slow motion. The universe makes sense. It's carefully designed, balanced like a tightrope over endless emptiness. You don't question the person who made your phone. It's not that there's no evidence, it's that some people would rather not see it. Evidence isn't always about microscopes and formulas. Sometimes it's the ache for eternity you can't explain, or the moral weight of a decision you feel deep in your bones. Things too real to be illusions. Hidden God. If God exists, why doesn't he just show himself? Why doesn't he write his name in the sky? But then, what kind of faith is forced? What kind of love is coerced? God is not a magician. He's not a cosmic billboard. He hides so that you may seek. He is giving you free will to choose whether you will believe or not. Even Jesus said, "Blessed are those who have not seen and yet believe." Maybe God hides like oxygen, undeniably necessary yet invisible. Problem of evil. If God is good, why cancer? Why genocide? Why heartbreak? Because love requires freedom, and freedom allows evil. Evil is not a thing in itself. It's the absence of good. Like cold is the absence of heat, or darkness the absence of light. And man brought it in, not God, when he turned his face from the source of all goodness. And don't forget, the worst evil ever committed, murdering Jesus, led to the greatest good ever offered. Suffering isn't proof against God. It is a proof of a broken world waiting to be healed. Science replaces God. We don't need God. Science explains everything. But science doesn't explain why there's something instead of nothing. It doesn't explain consciousness, morality, or beauty. It describes the gears. It doesn't design the clock. Science is the how. God is the why. And ironically, the modern scientific method, born from a belief in an ordered, rational creator. Even the laws science depends on. Where did they come from? And why does the universe obey them so faithfully, like a story written in math? Morality without God. You don't need God to be moral. Sure, you can act morally, but can you explain why it matters? Without God, morals are preferences, social contracts, useful lies. You say murder is wrong, but that's just your opinion, unless there's an eternal standard above you. Without a lawgiver, there is no law, just personal taste with stronger muscles. Morality without God is like gravity without mass, undefined and unanchored. Right and wrong become nothing more than social trends wearing different hats. Who made God? Nobody. Because God isn't made. He's the uncaused cause, the necessary being. Asking who made God is like asking what's north of the North Pole. It mistakes categories. Everything begins, except the one who began everything. You live in time. God invented it. He's not just older than the universe. He's beyond age itself. Infinity doesn't have a birthday. The Bible is full of errors. Most aren't real contradictions. They just look that way until you understand the context. You don't throw out Shakespeare for a typo, or reject Plato over one messy scroll. And the Bible? It's the most studied, tested, and preserved book in history. If God really spoke, wouldn't you expect it to be deep, even a little mysterious? And yet, across time, continents, and languages, its core message stays the same. It survived wars, kings, and critics, and it still speaks. Too many religions. Truth isn't democratic. Majority opinion doesn't make gravity optional. Too many theories about medicine didn't stop penicillin from working. Christianity isn't one idea among many. It's the interruption of history, God entering time. And while other religions say climb up, only Christianity says God came down. Only one tomb is empty. Faith isn't about having the most votes. It's about the one that rose.